No human being of his size and his activity level could possibly need to eat 8,000 calories to put on muscle. It's not possible. Coach Greg and the lies, they just keep getting worse. Hugh Jackman now states that, get this, he's eating over 8,000 calories a day to bulk up for Wolverine. And the nutritionists, the dietitians, the people, they're so gullible, they actually believe it. And so do any of my subs, and I know you're all freaking morons, but is there even one single moron out there watching this right now that believes that Hugh Jackman eats over 8,000 calories a day to get in shape for Wolverine? I mean, literally, Will Tennyson made a video. He tried to burn off 10,000, eat 10,000 a day. Will Tennyson, a high-performance, gifted athlete, he tried to burn off 10,000 calories and eat 10,000 a day. He couldn't even do it. Yeah, he got through the eating portion, but he only burned off a bit over 8,000 calories. It took him all day. He started midnight, was running for an hour, woke up early, did exercise all day, couldn't burn 10,000 calories. And so how is it possible that Hugh Jackman, an actor in his 50s, able to eat 8,000 calories a day, burn them off, get a shredded six-pack, and develop muscles to become the Wolverine? Derek just put a video. It's called Derek Lunsford Shoulder Workout featuring Tim Budestein.
How much calories do you have in your off-season?
It really doesn't take much, man. I would say my base diet's somewhere around 3,500 calories.
And so the second place open Mr. Olympia competitor in the offseason to pack on over 20 pounds of muscle, how many calories did he eat? Was it 8,000 a day? Nope, 3,500. That's less than half than Hugh Jackman states he's eating. And so this is the myth, the lie that actors on social media, they're trying to transpire. That they do multiple workouts 2 or 3 times a day. Probably get up at 4:30 in the morning. And that they eat massive quantities of food. And that's why they're able to do these incredible transformations and why you can't. When we all know the real secret is, what are they taking in secret? What are they not talking about? You know, performance-enhancing drugs.
This is legal and appropriate medicine.
And so you're saying, oh, but he shows proof.
Hugh Jackman recently came out and said he was eating about 8,000 calories a day to bulk up to play Wolverine again soon. And I have to say, as a dietitian, I don't recommend you try this at home. This is a lot of food and probably necessary to fuel his really rigorous workouts.
Oh, and so it's probably necessary to fuel his workouts to put on muscle. You know, because it took 3,500 calories for Derek Lunsford to put on muscle. And so Hugh Jackman must need, I don't know, at least double that? Really? And so let's compare him to Coach Greg. I'm racing bikes, sometimes doing 1,500 calories, 90 minutes during a workout. On top of that, I'm lifting weights. Professional bodybuilder, 190 pounds of muscle. I eat about 3,500 calories a day. Same as Derek Lunsford. And so how could he possibly need or even manage to consume 8,000 calories a day?
And that he's got veggies in his meal. There's probably a decent amount of healthy fats to up the calories, but he's doing a lot of training.
And so unlike this dietitian who tells you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, she doesn't call him out. She just says, you know, don't copy his diet. He needs that. Why didn't she say, he's lying? As a dietitian, I know that no human being of his size and his activity level could possibly need to eat 8,000 calories to put on muscle. It's not possible. Why did she say that? She didn't want to ruffle any feathers. People just like to be nice. Why is lying and perpetuating myths somehow a good thing? And why is it a bad thing that I call people out when they're spewing nonsense, when they're deceiving the population? Hugh Jackman is bulking up for Wolverine by eating over 8,000 calories a day. Chicken burgers, salmon, and more. Hugh Jackman is officially in Wolverine mode. The actor shared a photo of his daily meal plan as his bulking phase goes into overdrive ahead of filming Deadpool 3. Bulking, a day in the life. And so that's Hugh Jackman's caption of what he eats in a day during those 6 meals. This is what he's going to eat. Black bass, 2,000 calories. Patagonia salmon, 2,100 calories. 2 chicken burgers, 1,000 calories each. 2 grass-fed sirloins, 1,100 calories each. That means he's consuming over 8,000 calories a day now as he gets bulked up for Wolverine. To put that into perspective, it says Jonathan Mayers ate 6,000 calories a day for 4 months in order to play the bodybuilder in his buzzy Sundance movie, Magazine Dreams. And so you can believe the 6,000 calories if you want, but do you really think Jackson is eating 2,000 more? Bulking, a day in the life. Thank you, Chef Mario, for helping me stay healthy and properly fed while becoming Wolverine again. And so, yes, I do believe that the chef prepared these meals, but I don't believe that the calories stated on those containers is actually accurate. And so perhaps the chef's just a moron, has no clue how to add up calories. Perhaps he thinks there's 9 calories in protein, carbs, and fat, and not just 9 in fat and 4 in the rest. Or he perhaps doubled up the proportions, made mistakes, or makes him want to think he's eating 8,000 calories. But clearly, just use common sense and look at these pictures. Does it actually look like there's 8,000 calories in the picture provided? I mean, looking at these packages, to consider the bottom packages have 2,000 calories each and 1,000 more on the top, I simply don't believe it. If that's 8,000 calories a day, then I don't eat 3,500, I eat 8,000. There's no way on earth that this is actually 8,000 calories. And even if it was, do we know he's actually eating that much? How can he possibly consume this many calories and not get fat? We do know it's in fact calories in, calories out. And let's say Wolverine has a very fast metabolism. And so for his height and weight, a fast metabolism BMR of 2,000, that would be very advanced, be very good. And so are we going to tell me that he's burning off 6,000 extra calories in any given day, whether it's through NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or through exercise? Well, in a typical weightlifting routine, perhaps he burns 3, maybe even 400 calories in an hour. And so if he were doing 20 hours of weightlifting a day, that would be probably 6,000 to 8,000 calories. And so if he were lifting weights 20 hours a day, I would say he probably needs that much food. And now let's assume he's doing a lot of very intense cardio, like Will Tennyson was doing. Well, perhaps he's burning 500 to 800 calories per hour. And so unless he's doing approximately 10 hours of hard cardio a day combined with weightlifting, there's no way he would need 8,000 calories. That's in fact more than many Tour de France riders are eating. These guys are often riding 150 to 200 kilometers every single day. They're riding their bikes 4 to 6 hours a day at extremely high paces that almost no one could keep up with. And the Wolverine, the guy's in his 50s, he's not an elite level athlete. He's certainly not training 10 hours of cardio a day. And I see no possible way he would need to eat 8,000 calories. And so my personal belief, I doubt he's even eating half of that. I don't even think he needs 4,000 calories. Chris Bumstead, in the height of his offseason, perhaps eats a bit over 5,000 calories. Chris is 6'1", has tons of muscle. Yeah, he has a dad bod, but he has a ton of muscle. And so he's got a lot of muscle lifting very heavy weights, and the guy's an athlete. And so name your character, name someone, and do they in fact eat 8,000 calories a day? Not even Eddie Hall needs to eat 8,000 calories a day to bulk up from 375 to 400. And so how is it possible? How is it even remotely likely that Hugh Jackman's eating 8,000 calories a day to prepare for Wolverine? I doubt he's even done this one day. I don't believe that for one single day he ate 8,000 calories. Because if he did, he'd feel lethargic from eating too much. He wouldn't be hungry the next day. He'd say, please, no more food. Last I checked, and I haven't checked, he doesn't have a tapeworm. And so if he's actually consuming 8,000 calories, if it's actually happening, if his chef actually calculated those calories correctly, perhaps there's a cup of butter you can't see, he's eating a bunch of fat that we don't know about. The only way he's consuming 8,000 calories and not getting fat is he's not keeping the food down. And you know what that means? He's visiting the throne. That's not uncommon for people that have body dysmorphia to develop eating disorders. And so people who say, oh, I can eat anything I want, 8,000 calories a day, and they don't get fat, they're not keeping their food down. Perhaps Hugh Jackman, after all these years of bulking, cutting, trying to play these movie roles, perhaps he's developed some form of disordered eating where he eats the calories and doesn't keep them down. Because I promise you, there is no possible way he's eating 8,000 calories a day to get in shape for his role. You ever seen The Rock, shape of his life in his 50s? We know he isn't natural. Even The Rock wasn't eating 8,000 calories a day. How could it be possible that Hugh Jackman would eat way more, not a little bit more, but way more than The Rock? Dude, you and your PR team have got to be out of your minds if you think people would believe you're eating 8,000 calories a day for your bulk. Maybe the people that have absolutely no clue will buy it, but the rest of us are just laughing. Come on now, you would literally get fat as hell. Thank you. People writing legit comments, calling these people out, they're no longer just believe what they're being told. After all, the Liver King said he was natural. Can you actually take people at face value? I eat 8,000 calories on my bulk. Meanwhile, Derek Lunford, 3,500. Coach Reg, 3,500. You're going to tell me that Hugh Jackman needs to eat more than me and Derek Lunsford put together? Are you serious? And so when asked by Chris Wallace, did you juice? I mean, I'm looking at your physique. Did you juice? Wolverine's response? No, I love my job and I love Wolverine, Jackman answered. I gotta be careful what I say here. Think of it. He answers him by saying, I gotta be careful what I say here. And so he can't be honest. He can't just say what he thinks. He's being careful. If he didn't have to be careful to choose his words carefully, he would just speak off the top of his head. But he pauses.
You're a dick.
I've been told anecdotally what the side effects of that are. And I was like, I don't love it that much. So no, I just did it the old school way. Doesn't say he didn't use performance enhancing drugs. Didn't say he didn't use HRT, growth hormone, EPO, none of that. Just says did it the old-fashioned way. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's 75 years of age. I'm sure he's old-fashioned. What did he do? D-ball, testosterone, performance-enhancing drugs.
Medicine.
And so I tell you, I've eaten more chickens. I'm so sorry to all the vegans and vegetarians and the chickens of the world. Literally, the karma is not good for me. And so what he's literally saying in that statement is, I got my physique, not from steroids, but from eating a lot of chicken. And I apologize to all the vegans, but it was from a lot of chicken. But he's not admitting to taking performance-enhancing drugs. And so at this point, I just think it's a joke. It's ridiculous. I mean, how does anyone actually believe this? How do you believe this guy's natural? How could anyone believe he's actually eating 8,000 calories? I mean, when they write out these things, I don't think that people have common sense. They just think, oh, I know. Let's explain it like this. We'll explain your new physique by saying that you ate so much food that no human being could eat it. And because you ate that much food, that's what got you shredded. Well, guess what? There's an obesity epidemic in this world, and it's caused from overeating calories. And so you can't just eat 8,000 calories a day, expect to look amazing. And so if it was simple as eating a lot of food, my videos would be like this. Eat way more food! What's wrong with you? Could you double the food you're eating now? Whatever you're doing now, do double that. Double the training, wake up at 4:30, eat more food the better, more training the better, don't take PDs, more food, you look like a superhero. In the real world, doesn't work. You'll overtrain if you train too much, and if you overeat calories, you'll get fat. So you'll get fat, overtrain, you'll die an early death. It doesn't work. So let me know in the comment section, does a single person believe he's eating 8,000 calories a day? I want to read the comments. I'm going to look to see if anyone is that gullible. Now, if you do want to eat more calories without getting fat, my recommendation, do more cardio. And the number one supplement you can take, GO2 Max, the main ingredient, NMN, shown in double-blind placebo-controlled studies to dramatically improve your ability to perform cardio, make you a better butter burner. Recover faster between sets, you can go harder, burn off more calories. And so the number one supplement that I would ever recommend. Interested in that? Code Greg, 10% off. Click the link in the description. And of course, you can get my freaking cookbook, the low-calorie, delicious recipes for the big eater. Gonna help you use this with GO2 Max. Also, the Circle Diet Book, my life's work, how to lose weight and keep it off. But if you have no money, doesn't matter. The Rock knows it doesn't matter. Why? Because I offer a free diet and training program, over 50 pages. It's going to help you on your muscle building and weight loss journey. Click the link in the description, first, last name, and your email address. Voila, you got it, 100% free. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Like the video if you liked it, leave a comment, helps the algo. Watch the bloops, follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro, training books, cookbooks, coaching plans by me and my team. And until next time, I am out.